We often imagine our brain as the mastermind behind all our thoughts and decisions, a supercomputer running the show. It's easy to picture the brain as the command center, processing information, making choices, and controlling everything we do. But is that really the whole story? But what if the brain isn't working alone? What if it has a secret partner that's just as important? One that's been quietly shaping our experiences all along, right under our noses. That partner is your body. It's not just a vessel carrying your brain around, it's an active, intelligent collaborator in everything you do. Your hands, feet, skin, and even your gut, they're not just along for the ride. Every part of you, from your fingertips to your stomach, is constantly sending signals and feedback to your brain. They're active players in how you think, learn, and make sense of the world. When you move, touch, or act, your body is helping your brain process and understand what's happening. When you feel a kitten's softness or taste a lemon's sourness, your body is teaching your brain what those things mean. The warmth of a mug, the chill of a breeze, the ache of hunger, these sensations are lessons shaping your mind's understanding. These physical experiences are the building blocks of understanding. From childhood, we learn by moving, touching, and exploring, building a foundation for all our thoughts and emotions. Our bodies constantly send information to our brains about balance, warmth, even gut feelings. Every sensation, every movement is a message, helping the brain interpret the world and make decisions. This ongoing conversation shapes how we perceive, learn, and feel. It's a two-way street, with the brain and body in constant dialogue, influencing each other every moment. Without this feedback, our thoughts would be hollow, like words with no real meaning or a story missing its heart. We need our bodies to give our minds context and depth. Modern science shows that intelligence isn't just in the brain, it's in the whole system, brain, body, and world, working together. Our smartest moments come from this partnership, not from the brain alone. The mind and body are partners in a clever, messy dance. Sometimes they step on each other's toes, but together they create something beautiful and unique. It's this partnership that makes us truly human. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions are richer and more meaningful because our brains and bodies are always working together, side by side. Scientists call this idea embodied cognition. It means our thinking is deeply rooted in our body's interactions with the world. Concepts like up or heavy aren't just words. They're tied to our physical experiences of standing, lifting, and moving. Our language is full of metaphors based on bodily sensations. The body doesn't just sense for the brain, it helps the brain think. Sometimes we even use our bodies to solve problems, like fidgeting with puzzle pieces or pacing while we think. Intelligence isn't just about processing information, it's about experiencing and interacting with the world. Our bodies give context and meaning to information. A computer can process the word love, but it can't feel a racing heart or a warm hug. Our unique intelligence comes from having bodies with specific abilities and limits. Embodied cognition is what makes our thinking flexible, creative, and deeply human. The body is not just a vessel, it's a core part of how we know and understand. Want to see embodied cognition in action? Watch a baby. Babies learn by grabbing, tasting, and exploring, using their bodies as tools for discovery. When a baby grabs a block or puts it in their mouth, they're learning about shape, texture, and size. Learning to walk is a messy process of trial and error, with the brain and body working together to adjust and improve. Every tumble and wobble is valuable feedback. Babies don't learn by reading, they learn by doing and feeling. Their brains build a rich, multi-sensory map of the world. A ball isn't just a word, it's a feeling, a sound, a sight, and an action. This hands-on learning creates deep, intuitive understanding. Unlike AI, which learns from data, babies learn from real-world consequences. Dropping a toy teaches gravity, squeezing a soft toy teaches cause and effect. This embodied learning builds common sense, something AI still struggles to achieve. For humans, knowledge is grounded in action, not just information. Think about a child told, "Don't touch the stove, it's hot." They might know the rule, but it's just abstract information until they actually touch the stove. Instantly, pain sensors fire and their hand jerks back. Now, hot isn't just a word, it's a powerful, unforgettable feeling. This physical experience transforms their understanding. The body's pain response is a powerful teacher, creating lasting memories and aversions. Real learning happens when knowledge is tied to emotion and sensation. AI can be programmed to avoid stoves, but it can't feel pain or fear. Its understanding is logical, not lived. Without a body, AI's knowledge is shallow, a shadow of human experience. Our bodies make learning efficient and meaningful. The feeling of knowing is what truly shapes our understanding. Embodied experience is the difference between memorizing a rule and truly understanding it. AI learns in a world of pure data, analyzing words, images, and numbers at incredible speed, processing vast amounts of information every second. But it never truly feels or experiences anything the way we do. There's no emotion, no sensation, just streams of data. Imagine someone who's read every book ever written, who knows every fact, but has never stepped outside to feel the sun or the wind. That's what it's like for AI. AI can recognize patterns, predict the next word in a sentence, and label images with impressive accuracy. But it doesn't know what a cat's fur feels like under your hand, or the warmth of a living creature. It can process the concept of heavy, but it has no idea what it's like to strain your muscles lifting something weighty. Its knowledge is disembodied, just a web of associations, not the kind of real lived understanding that comes from experience. We know heavy because we've felt it in our muscles, in our bones, through our senses. AI, on the other hand, knows heavy only as a word, a label attached to data points. This creates a fundamental gap. AI lacks the common sense that comes from physical experience, from living in the real world. Humans learn by interacting with their environment, by dropping glasses and watching them shatter, by making mistakes and feeling consequences. We push doors, feel the resistance, touch water and sense its coolness and flow. AI, living in its digital realm, struggles with even the most basic intuitive knowledge that we take for granted. It can use words correctly, recite dictionary definitions, and mimic understanding, but it doesn't truly grasp their deeper meaning. Our common sense is built from years of living in a world governed by physical laws, by touching, moving, and exploring. AI's world is virtual, made of code and data, so its understanding will always be limited by that lack of real-world experience. The absence of a body keeps AI from truly knowing the world as we do, from forming the kind of knowledge that comes from being alive. Embodiment is the missing link for genuine understanding. Without it, AI can only ever approximate what it means to be human. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio made a fascinating discovery. People with damaged connections between their brains and bodies have a surprisingly hard time making even simple decisions. These individuals can logically list all the pros and cons, analyze every detail, and even talk through their options, but when it comes to actually choosing, they freeze. Why? Because they've lost the emotional and bodily signals, the subtle gut feelings, that usually guide us toward a decision. Damasio's somatic marker hypothesis explains this. Our gut feelings are like shortcuts, built from our past experiences. These emotional signals help us quickly sort through choices, nudging us toward what feels right or warning us away from what feels wrong, often before we're even consciously aware of it. Without these bodily signals, decision-making becomes a never-ending loop of calculations and second-guessing, leaving us stuck and overwhelmed by even the simplest choices. In the world of robotics, pioneer Rodney challenged the traditional approach of building robots with big, centralized brains that try to simulate everything internally. Instead, he built simple robots that relied on direct sensory feedback and real-time interaction with their environment, using sensors to respond instantly to what's around them. Surprisingly, these basic robots often navigated complex, unpredictable environments more effectively than their more intelligent counterparts, which relied on complicated internal models. Brooks argued that true intelligence doesn't just come from a central brain, but from the constant feedback loop between body and environment, where action and perception are tightly linked. In this view, the world itself becomes the model. Instead of relying solely on internal simulations, both humans and robots can use real-time sensory information to guide their actions. You don't need a perfect internal map if you can sense and act in the moment, adapting instantly to whatever happens. Both neuroscience and robotics reveal a powerful truth. The body is not just a vessel for the brain, but an essential part of real intelligence. Intelligence isn't just in the head, it's distributed throughout the whole system, emerging from the dynamic interplay between brain, body, and environment. The body is the boss, guiding our thoughts and actions together, making us truly intelligent beings. Inspired by embodied cognition, engineers are building robots with sensors, cameras, microphones, and tactile skin. These robots learn by physically interacting with the world, not just processing data. When a robot picks up an egg, its sensors tell it if the grip is too tight or too loose. Breaking an egg becomes a powerful lesson, just like a child learning by doing. This is called reinforcement learning, where success and failure guide improvement. But replicating the complexity of the human body is a huge challenge. Our skin, nerves, and sense of balance are incredibly sophisticated. Robots are still clumsy compared to toddlers, and learning is slow. A robot might master one task, but lacks the broad experience humans gain from years of living. The real challenge is giving robots a lifetime of meaningful experiences. We're just at the beginning of this journey. What does this mean for AI's future? The missing piece may be the body. To create truly human-like intelligence, AI needs to experience the world directly. A robot that can feel, touch, and move will have a richer foundation for knowledge. Imagine a caregiver robot that senses discomfort or a scientist robot that learns by experimenting. Embodiment could unlock new capabilities, making AI genuine problem solvers. But even with bodies, AI's intelligence will be different, shaped by silicon, not flesh. Disembodied AI is still useful, but it lacks true understanding. Real intelligence, flexible, creative, and full of common sense, seems to require a body. The future may be a mix of embodied and digital intelligences, each with unique strengths. The body might be the key to moving from clever imitation to real understanding. We've seen that thinking isn't just logic in a brain, it's a physical, lived experience. Our knowledge comes from the scrapes, joys, and sensations of being in the world. Today's AI, for all its power, lacks this grounding. It can write about love but can't feel it. It can describe red but has never seen a sunset. Embodied AI is our attempt to give machines a foothold in reality, but the gap between living bodies and machines remains vast. The question remains, can a mind without a body truly think? Can an intelligence that's never felt pain or joy ever really understand? Or will it always be a brilliant echo, missing the essence of real experience? As we build smarter machines, we must ask, is embodiment the secret to true intelligence?